Ani Bojo, Indigenous Willie. Hi everyone. My name is Willie Poll, and I am a author from Sault Ste. Marie, Ontario. For the last 10 years, I've been living nomadically across so-called Canada, mostly in the Yukon, Northwest Territories, and British Columbia, and most recently on beautiful Mi'kmaq territory out in Prince Edward Island. Yeah, I work mostly in Indigenous education. I've been a teacher, I've been a curriculum designer, and now I work for an Indigenous nonprofit called the Moosehide Campaign to help end gender-based violence across the country. If I could tell my younger literary self anything, what would it be? It would have been to not stop writing. I took a huge break, like a huge chunk of time where I didn't write anything creative. I was only writing sort of like academia stuff. And for me, that just wasn't it, I don't think. Yeah, and it took a long time. It wasn't until a really impactful moment hit me where I wrote again, which I'll talk a little bit because do I believe in muses is kind of my next question I'm gonna answer. So do I believe in muses? Yes, I do. I think that for me, I am like always in writer's block. Like I can't just write whenever I want. There has to be this like impactful moment that inspires the writing, and they're usually not happy moments. They're usually like really impactful, upsetting moments that make me feel just like strong emotions like anger and rage, and sometimes hopelessness. And so my first book was actually inspired by a drive I took along the Highway of Tears. And I was driving with one of the youth that I know who is a young, visibly Indigenous woman. And we were passing sign after sign of just faces, of pictures of girls that are missing, and, you know, pleas from their families to, you know, if you have any information, and just countless signs the whole way. And so after that, I had started to write this poem, and at the end of it, it was, you know, I had fallen in love with it, and it was the first thing I'd written in years, and I had no idea what to do with it. I ended up taking it to some publishers. I didn't expect to hear back. And then I did hear back, and I was able to get it traditionally published with Arsenal Pulp Press. And it became illustrated by Chief Ladybird, and I was a massive Chief Ladybird fan, so that was like a whole dream come true moment for me. But yeah, I think for me, writing is a way that sort of helps me take these huge, impactful emotions and create something positive out of it, like something that inspires people to make change instead of keeping that feeling of hopelessness. And I think because I write for children, so I write children's books, I think that it's even more powerful because you really have to frame it in a way that inspires the next generation and shows their brilliance and their strength and their love more than anything else. And so for me, writing has been a way for me to cope with some of those emotions. And so my first book, Together We Drum, Our Hearts Beat as One, illustrated by me, Willie Poll, written by me, Willie Poll, and illustrated by Chief Ladybird, came out about a year ago, and I have since a second book that's out, Minnow, the Girl Who Became Part Fish, and I have a third book coming out in spring called My Little Ogichida. And so those are my three main focuses right now, but I have a few more coming out in the next couple of years. And you can find them at the Sault Public Library, and you can also find them anywhere books are sold. So yeah, thanks for having me. If I can leave you with one piece of advice, if you want to be a writer, keep writing, don't stop writing, and just do what you love. The world needs more beautiful art in it. Thank you so much. See you soon.